So, in this video I'm about to show you how you actually can crown your own frets on your guitar. It's actually very simple, but it will take a huge amount of time by doing this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it's supposed to be done now. And remember now, this is the way I do it, and I've done it for many years and have always been very successful with it. So I'm not suggesting you should do this, but you can do this if you want to. So let's take a closer look here. So I got my neck right here, and I don't know if you can see this, but there is a few frets that is actually flat. I leveled the fret, and the fret wire was kind of worn out, so there is not very much to work on here, but I think it's good to go anyway. I already crowned these frets right here, so I have a few frets left here that is actually flat. You can see it right there. You can see it right here. And that can cause problem with the intonation. The guitar can seems to be out of tune, but it's not, so we need to crown these frets here to make it all be the way it should be. By doing that, there is some various tools. I believe the simplest way is to use one of those, but I don't really like those because you have no control over what you're doing. Well, this is actually a good tool, but I don't like it because I can't control what I'm doing. So it comes with different types of steel here. This is the jumbo one. This is the small one, this is the medium one. I think the medium one is the one that I use the most. So basically what you do with this tool is that you put it on here. I'm not going to use it now, but you put it on here and you go like this until you're pretty much done. This is kind of expensive tool, so well, I don't use this anymore. I used to use it a lot back in the days, but I don't use it anymore. What I prefer now is regular files like this, perhaps, and the smaller ones for the smaller kind of, you know, the edges and that kind of stuff. So that's what I use now. I've been using this for many years now. So to get started with this, I'm gonna see if I can get a better camera angle here. You need to mask off here. So that's the one right there. So you put some tape on here. Want to make sure that you do this because you don't want to make scratches and that kind of stuff in your fretboard. So make sure you're very... I always put 2 layers because if I slip with the file, it will not go through to the fretboard. And believe me, guys, this will take hours to do this with the regular file. It's a very hard work, but the result will be very good. So what you want to go ahead and do now is to take a Sharpie, and you want to put some on top of here on the flat area. just like so. I do this because I will be able to see when it's just a thin line on top of the fret, then I know I'm pretty much there. So I take my file here and you need the light to be exactly the right position so you can actually see what's going on. And you actually start with an angle like this, perhaps just a few ones until you get the round, you know, the round edge going. So do like this. Oops. You see, if I slip there and I didn't have the tape here, that would be catastrophic. There you go. That's pretty much it in this angle. So basically what it's all about now is that you want to go ahead and make sure that you flatten this one out more and more until you got only a black little, you know, in the middle here. And you can also see that when you're getting there, the fret will actually be rounded. So, and that's the whole point with this. So I'm flattening it a little bit more here. Still a lot more to go here. I want to keep this video short, so you can see that I'm flattening the file out more and more just to get that rounded edge. You don't want to be in the same position all the time because that will make the fret flat the other direction, and that's not very good. So what I can see here now is that I'm almost there. Still have some more to go here. Yeah, I'm good now. I'm actually good now. I don't know if you can see this, but this fret is actually rounded now. It's totally rounded all over. And it's only a little tiny piece of the pen right there. And that's what it's supposed to be. Now, if you got sharp fret ends right here, you take a smaller file, perhaps one that is not gripping on the sides here, and you just work like this, and you kind of smooth it out like this, so you get a nice clear edge. You can do it the other direction if you want to. You can do it like this. Like this. I'm not gonna do it because I already done it, so but you could do it if you want to do. If you got if you got the sharpness right here, you can also do it like this, just to flatten these ones out, but be careful so not you destroy the wood here. I did this just recently, so it's all good to go here. So what you want to do now is that you want to kind of polish the fret here. You can use some various types of sandpapers. I use very fine grit here. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's very fine grit on it right there. I use this to polish the fret like this, and this will take a long time, very long time. This is I think the hardest work on this right here, polish the fret, and this is actually something you need to do because it needs to be done. Okay, so take your time and do this, and I'm pretty sure you will learn more and more about it. Starting to looking good here. Depending on the light, it looks like the fret is actually flat still, but it's not. It's the light that's reflecting this. So you want to be very careful when doing this, and be sure you have the tape on here all the time. You want to make sure that you erase all the scratches from the file. Oh, looks very good. Looking good. There is other types of methods you can use to do this. This is the way I've done it for many years, and the results have always been very successful. I did some practice on maybe 5 necks I had lying around that was just crap necks, and finally I starting to get pretty good on this. So I suggest you practice first. Don't do this on your friend's guitar or even your own guitar, because you could destroy it. You could actually it could result to that you need to do a refretting, and that's not cool. I think I'm pretty good to go now. So let's take off the tape here. This fretboard is actually very dirty in general, so but this is actually pretty good here. That's actually very good. It looks flat, but it's not. It's actually rounded. So this is a crowned fret right there. So now I have all the others more to go. You can see them there. It's a little bit black there. I haven't polished them yet, so but this one is actually polished now, and it's looking very good. You want to make sure you do this very carefully, and I did this super fast now just to make the video short, but you will keep going with your file until you got the, you know, the rounded edge on your fret right here, and this is actually looking very good. That's actually awesome. So now I got some more flat frets right here, so I keep on doing this, and I will be done maybe in 3 to 4 hours with this neck right here. when I'm done, I will clean it up a little bit and I'm good to go. So yeah, so that's actually how I do my fretworks. It's kind of like, you know, the redneck style, but I know a lot of Luther people that actually have their own workshop for doing this kind of jobs, and they do exactly the same thing. This tool right here is very expensive and it doesn't really work the way that I want it to work. You have no control when using this one. It's doing its job, but as I said, you have no control over what you're doing. So I really suggest different types of files. You can test what works good for you, and always be sure to use tape, masking tape here, because it's very easy to scratch up your fretboard. So yeah, so this is the way I'm doing it, and if I wouldn't make a video now, I would be doing it more for a longer time, but this fret I did now wasn't super flat, so it just took a few rips on there, and it was actually very good. So, and remember not to put too much pressure on the file, because the file is supposed to do the job for you, and if you put too much pressure, it will not be good, trust me. So that's how I do this, and I hope this video could be helpful for you that is about to, you know, start to do this kind of stuff or so. And it will take a long time before you are getting good at this, because it's not really easy. It takes some time to get in the, you know, get the things going and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it. Bye.